began asymptomatic testing.
Several student organizations at FGCU, Oregon.
And we're going to play Guess the Song.
Hello, welcome to Hanging with the Executives here at the Bauer School of Music.
And you're watching ENTV.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another week of Hard Hitters. I'm your host, Sarah Mankowitz, and today I'm joined with
Nick Asselin
and Tyler Watkins.
And we've got an amazing two recaps for you, actually. There's a lot of exciting games, but to start off with, we got the Bills versus the Jaguars game, and the Jags beat the Bills 6-9. I mean, the score stayed 6-6 for quite some time. It was scored, which I was even surprised that it was scored, that the score was tied for so long. But obviously the Jags have won one game in the season, and the Bills have looked fantastic, and they were undefeated and blowing teams out, and here we have the Jags beating the Bills.
The Bills just could not get going on offense. The Jaguars, they played great defense, and you know, quarterback Josh Allen, he really struggled. He threw 2 interceptions, just couldn't get really anything going.
I think that this is another one of those questionable games. You know, they didn't show up. 6 points against the Jaguars. Like, I don't know what happened. I can't really explain that, but I mean, props to Jacksonville for winning their first game on American soil in almost 2 years.
We also had the Bengals versus the Browns game, and this game was 16-41 in favor of the Browns. I think we all thought that the Bengals were going to get this.
I mean, I like the Bengals. I like them as possible playoff contenders, but they've been sputtering the past couple of weeks. You know, they took that L to the Jets, of all people, and now the Browns in this fashion. That pick 6 by Joe Burrow at the beginning, I was like, oh man.
Once that happened, it was down.
It was a 99-yard pick 6.
99-yard pick 6, and he also got his ankles broken on that play, so just embarrassing all around.
All right, well, moving on to this week, hopefully we still got some good games, but Thursday Night Football, we've got the Ravens versus the Dolphins. I think the Ravens have got this. I think Lamar Jackson looks fantastic as ever.
I don't think the Dolphins are getting it this week. I think they're going to start another maybe 7-game losing streak again.
Oh no, our NFL team is broken.
The Ravens came off of that nice comeback win against the Vikings last week, so you know the energy is high.
And moving on to Sunday Night Football, we've got the Falcons versus the Cowboys. What do you think about this game, Tyler?
I thought the Cowboys got exposed last week. I was waiting for this game. I've been waiting for this game. Thank you, Broncos, for bringing them down to earth.
Even though they did not play well this past week, the Falcons, they've just been on edge every week. They got the win this past week by Young Hoku. I think he kicked like his 3rd game-winning field goal as time expired for the season. I don't think it's going to come down to that. I think the Cowboys are going to take this one.
Then we got the Saints versus the Titans. I think this is going to be a pretty good game. But I think the Titans actually have this. I wouldn't be surprised if someone would like to upset, though.
I don't think so. Titans, I think they're showing that they're the favorite in the AFC. The AFC is full of inconsistency this season. We don't know who the favorite is. But I think the one consistent team, other than that loss against the Jets, has been the Titans.
I still got the Titans because, I mean, last week was just, I did not see that coming. Especially the way they beat the Rams. They didn't just beat the Rams.
Too.
Yeah, in Los Angeles, they beat the Rams.
And then speaking of the Jags, we got the Jags versus the Colts. And so even though the Jags did just beat the Bills this past week, I still think it was like more of a fluke game than anything.
I mean, I got the Colts coming out of this one. Carson Wentz will probably get that offense firing on Jacksonville. So enjoy this week, Jacksonville, up until Sunday.
Moving on, we've got the Browns versus the Patriots. I've gone against my Patriots a couple of times this season, and it hasn't worked out well for me prediction-wise, but it's worked out for me in the actual game-wise. I think the Patriots have got it. I think Mac Jones has improved quite a bit this season from the beginning of the season, especially when they did play the Buccaneers. We really saw him improve. So what do you think?
I'm not going to go against you. I think the Patriots are going to take this one.
Yes!
You know, this past week, the Browns, they played a great game against the Bengals, but they relied a lot on the run.
I mean, I have to go with you guys, too. I'm going with the Patriots as well. I mean, they had a dominant win against Sam Darnold. He's still seeing ghosts against the Patriots. So.
Right. And then we've got the Bills versus the Jets. Now, I'm still going to go with the Bills, just to clarify. But we have seen the Jets beat really good teams, and we also just saw the Bills lose to the Jags.
It's just something about the Jets winning games that they shouldn't.
Win.
That just like makes me question this pick. But I'm just going to be safe. just go with the Bills.
Same,
I'm just going.
Yeah.
If they lose, they lose. So I mean, this is basically a flip of a coin at this point.
I think it might be a good matchup if Mike White can play and he continues at that high level.
Yeah.
But I just can't take the Jets.
Watch your back, Zach Wilson.
Watch your back.
Moving on, we've got the Lions versus the Steelers. What do you think about this game, Nick?
0-9. The Lions are going to be 0-9. They're not taking this one.
0-10, they took an L over the bye week.
The bye week.
They lost the bye week too.
Oh
but
no.
It's not happening.
Yeah, I'm going with the Steelers as well, even though the refs won them that game on Monday night. Clearly, I don't know what happened there, but
That was insane.
Yeah, like you said, 0-9 now. So
All right, so now we got Bucks versus Washington. So Tyler, take it away.
yeah, I got my Bucks in this one. I think that they'll win by at least probably 2 scores in this one.
I don't think it'll be a 2-score game. You know, in the wild card game last year, Taylor Heineke and the Washington football team, they kind of stood in there with the Bucks, and Antonio Brown is still dealing with that injury, and Rob Gronkowski, we still don't know if he'll be back, and even if he is, I don't think he's going to be 100%, but I'm not taking Washington here. I think the Bucks are still going to take
Good. Moving on, we've got the Panthers versus the Cardinals. I've got the Cardinals on this one. They've only lost the one game, and so the Panthers obviously have just looked kind of this season with offense and defense wise, so someone pick the Panthers, I dare you.
I'm not taking the Panthers. The Cardinals, you know, they were without Hopkins and Murray this past week against the 49ers. And Colt McCoy, he lit it up. Even if Murray and Hopkins are out again this week, I think the Cardinals will still take this one.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals will take it as well. The Panthers has been sputtering. I don't think they've won a game since that last one against the
They've been on a rough
Texans.
stretch.
Yeah. And Sam Darnold has looked absolutely putrid. You saw Robbie Anderson getting in his face after like his 4th interception against the Patriots last week. So it's definitely not a pretty sight in Carolina. So I'm going with the Cardinals.
Yeah, definitely. And then we've got the Vikings versus the Chargers. I've got the Chargers on this one.
I got the Chargers too. You know, the Vikings, they've lost a lot of close games. They've been in great matchups with teams.
But they still lose.
But then, they still lose.
Is the key part.
So
I don't know what happens in Minnesota, but they just can't finish the game. So
Yeah.
I picked them to go and take a lead early on, but then after that, I think Herbert will step up for the offense and lead the Chargers to victory.
Definitely. We've got the Eagles versus the Broncos. I've got the Broncos on this. We're talking about another team that just doesn't do well all around is the Eagles. And obviously we saw the Broncos versus the Cowboys game where they kind of had that exposure.
I'm just going with the Broncos after that big win in Dallas.
yeah, I'm going to go with the Broncos too. You know, they looked really good. Not their first game without Von Miller. Him got shipped out of there, down to the Los Angeles Rams. And they played really good, especially in Dallas against the Cowboys, a one-loss team. And so I think they'll take this one.
Definitely. And we got the Seahawks versus the Packers. So, Nick, I'll let you take this away.
Packers. You know,
I agree.
everyone was saying against me with the Cardinals. Don't pick them against the Cardinals.
Okay, well, Aaron Rodgers is still out,
half
probably.
of the lineup was out with COVID. So.
Yeah.
So I think the Packers will take this one. Even with Russell Wilson returning from IR, playing in Green Bay, it's not going to happen for the Seahawks.
I agree. I think that it depends on how close it will be, depending on who plays, definitely, with
If it's a close
Aaron
game,
Rodgers.
Mason Crosby better make some kicks this week.
Yeah, Packers. And then speaking of the Chiefs, we've got the Chiefs versus the Raiders coming up now. And so I think this is going to be one of our close games. With the Chiefs defense not looking as good as it has, I'm going to go with the Raiders.
I'm taking the Raiders too. You know, if the Packers could have had a little more something going on offense, that was the Packers' game to lose with how the defense played. 13 points against the Chiefs. They kept Mahomes under 200 yards. I think the Raiders will take this one. If they can get going on offense and get some things rolling, they got this one.
Yeah, even with all the drama going on, another situation where a player gets released for the Raiders, I'm still going with the Raiders on this one.
Definitely. And then last but not least, we've got Monday Night Football. We've got the Rams versus the 49ers. And so obviously I have the Rams on this one. I mean, the Rams defense is fantastic. And with the 49ers, Jimmy G just isn't the same this season like we've been saying. And so I think the Rams have definitely got this one.
Yeah, I got the Rams in a bounce back game.
Yeah, I got the Rams too. You know, I think Matthew Stafford will definitely come back and play a better game than he did against the Titans. You can take Stafford out of the Lions, but you can't take the Lion out of Matthew Stafford with that throw that he made in the back of the end zone that got picked off. That really set him on the wrong course for that game.
Yeah.
But I think they'll take this one over the 49ers.
Well, with that, thank you guys so much for watching Hard Hitters, and please tune in next week.